So let's say you want to make a cool product image better than the one that you have on your website or the manufacturer website. In this example, I'll be using this motorcycle here for one of my clients. We're going to go ahead and just copy the image if I can. Let me click to enlarge, right click, and copy image. And I'm going to go into Canva. I'm going to go create a design, and I like to go with Instagram portrait. This particular aspect ratio shows up really well for images on mobile, both on Instagram and Facebook. So it's a sort of a go-to for image posts as opposed to the original square image posts that used to be more universal. Now this is the most universal aspect ratio. So now that we've got the image copied to our clipboard, I'm going to go ahead and paste. Now you'll notice, well, you won't notice because I have a white background here, but you'll notice that the image has a white background. So to get rid of that, we want to click on the image. We want to go to edit photo, and then we want to use this background remover. And that's just going to remove the whole background, the shadow, everything. And then we'll just go ahead and make this bigger because this is going to be our focus piece for the image. Okay, so now we've got our motorcycle on the page. Now what we want to do is create a cool background. For this, I use Midjourney, and you use Midjourney through an app called Discord. There's plenty of videos on how to get that going and set that up. But for now, I'm just going to assume that you're going to go watch those or you already know. And we're going to make an image for the background. You notice I've already made a couple in the past for images. So what I like to do is go /imagine. There it is. And then describe the image that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and say empty parking lot in front of an office building. On a clear sunny day. And then I'm going to give it an aspect ratio so that it has a little length to it like that. This one was a little bit more. I did 9:16. You could probably just go with 3:4 for the for the particular ratio that we have here. So to do that, you go --AR, that's aspect ratio, space, and then let's go 3 for the width and colon 4 for the height. You hit enter, and it's going to give you 4 renderings based on your description that you just gave it, and every one of them will be in that aspect ratio. So we'll just give that a minute. While that's cooking up, I will just say over here on the product page, you notice we've got a description of the product, some specs, and just some information on the product itself. To generate the post text that's going to go along with this, I just simply grab this URL, and I have other videos on this, but we've created a custom GPT inside of our ChatGPT account where all we're going to have to do is drop that URL. So I'm going to go here, explore my GPTs. I'm going to look at my GPTs, and this is the one I have here for general social media, and I have one specifically for power sports that I've created. And let's go ahead and drop the link in, and it should just give me all my text that I'm going to need for my post. And it's going to pull all the information and rewrite it and summarize it. It's going to give me hashtags that are specific to the make and model, and it is not working at this time. Okay. Okay. Well, it does work on my phone, and I don't know what's happening here. So why don't we go ahead and at least try to regenerate and see what's happening. Okay. There we go. It's working. All I had to do was regenerate sorry that added some extra time for the video, but as you can see, it's very short, pointed, and it's got the model, it's got 2024 version here, it's got the type of bike it is, it's got the location where the dealership is, it's got the engine power right there, and it's got a hashtag for the client. And I have instructed it to create each of those hashtags in the custom GPT instructions. So that was just a little add-on to this I thought you might enjoy. Now let's take a look at what Discord has created for us. So here we go. We have images of empty parking lot and a bright sunny day, like we said. The other thing I will say, you'll notice there's a certain style to these images that's kind of cartoon-like. So for example, if we click this, it's kind of cartoon-like or painting-like. And to get that particular style, I'll go ahead and tell you we do /settings. And once you hit enter, it'll give you all the different settings. And there's different modes, right? What kind of mode you want it to be in. So to get this style that I'm generating above, I'm using this Niji Model V6 Alpha mode right now. It's sort of a Japanese animation style illustration that I'm getting, and that allows me, just putting it in that mode allows me to be consistent with all the images without having to specifically type out the look and feel of each image. So it's just a little shortcut for consistency there in using this style. All right, so which one of these do we like? Well, they all sort of end in a shadow, which is all right, but I'm going to go ahead and choose number 3. So we click the U3, which means upscale, and it's number 3 because it counts across 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's number 3. I'm going to upscale number 3. And look at how fast that was. So we're going to click that. We're going to, again, copy this image. You can do this all on your phone too, by the way. I'm just showing you on the computer so it's easier to record. But let's go on over to our design and let's paste our design. And we're going to want to take up the whole screen and then some. So this ratio wasn't exactly perfect, but that's okay. What I want to do in this case is make sure I see more of the street as opposed to more of the sky. And that's because we have something that's going to sit on the ground. So let's go ahead and click on position. We're going to move that to the back. And here we've got our product on a pretty nice background. Now, this is a little dark for our image, and rather than altering the product itself, I'm just going to alter the background. So again, I'm going to go to edit photo, I'm going to go to adjust. I'm going to kick up the brightness here a bit. And in doing so, I might lose some of the punchiness. So I'm going to increase the contrast a bit as well. Again, with the brightness, just to make sure the product is going to be standing out. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Another thing we're going to do here, because it is superimposed on a background, we need to make it look like it's set into the image itself. So I like to add shadows. You can just go ahead and come up here and type shadow. You're going to get a number of different images under graphics. You're going to see different sizes and shapes and that sort of thing. I'm trying to find the one I normally use. Something like this is pretty good, although it is pretty light, so we might have to duplicate it. But I'll just put it right here under the wheel, and we'll duplicate that. We'll put one under the other wheel, just like so. I'm going to make sure it looks like it's not floating in the air. And let's go ahead and duplicate that again. Now this time I want to make it large, and that'll sort of spread it out, and I want to put it under the whole bike. And I think that looks pretty good. It's set solidly on the ground here. This one might need to come out a bit, like so. And might even duplicate that just so we can darken the shadow a little bit there. Okay, I think I am fairly satisfied with that. Now the shadows are laid over top. Let me spread this out a little bit more. Okay, now the shadows are laid over top of the wheel. So to correct that, you click the product, go to position again, and then just go to front. So there you can see the wheels now clearly over the shadow. Now we need to add some text. And so I'm just going to display what this product is by going back to the product page. I know it's a 2024, but I'm going to grab the make and model here and back into our design. Now I'm going to add some text. So I click on text. I like to use this one. You can choose whatever fonts and everything you like, but I think this one also, again, provides me the consistency that I'm looking for. So it comes in a group. It's 3 different sets of text. I ungroup, and I change this to say 2024, nice and easy. And this one might have to expand. It might even have to shrink down a bit in order to fit. We'll see. I'll just paste that text in. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to shrink it down, expand it out. And this here, I usually reserve for any sort of description or tagline that we want to use for the product. And actually, I'm going to move all these up because it's looking a little bit crowded. Let me just see here. Grab that one and that one and that one. Let's move it up. There we go. So we got 2024. Looks a little small. I'm going to make it bigger. Center that. And I think it's looking all right. If you have a dark background, one of the tricks you can do, not only change it to white, and this is sort of a medium background, so you could go light or dark, but if you wanted to change it to white and you want to keep some contrast, another effect I often use is to go click on effects after you've selected the text, go to lift, put it up all the way, and you'll see a shadow behind. And if you want to darken that shadow, just take the same text that you have here and duplicate and put it right over top, and you can see that shadow darkens up quite nicely. Let me see if there's a tagline I can grab off of the product page. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything that stands out. Compact, powerful, something like that. Let's just go with that. Compact and powerful. Not too shabby. Okay, and there you have it. Once you're done, make sure to name the post. You probably want to name it something after the product itself. And then just go ahead and download. I like to download as a PNG. It's a pretty good image format that'll work on all your social media platforms, and it's a little higher quality than a typical JPEG. And you can see it's the suggested one here. Download that. Grab your text from ChatGPT and go post it wherever you like, Instagram, Facebook, and others. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.